There are two types of short guys in this world. Those who care about their height and those who don't care about their height. And some of those who don't care have literally gone on to rule the world. And maybe that's you watching this video right now. Hello President of Ireland. But if that's not you, then you might be a short guy just like me. And you might be insecure about it. Perhaps you're not taken seriously, you struggle with dating and confidence, or perhaps you wish you got the genetics of your 6'8" cousin. Yeah, I don't know what happened there. Nonetheless, it is time to stop being insecure about your height. I definitely used to be on the side of caring a lot about my height and, really thinking about it, probably 80% of the day. It definitely used to not be the case, throughout, the first 12 years of my life. I really didn't have a care in the world about my height. But then once I reached high school and the following 6 years, I cared a lot about my height and it was a huge deal, but I also learned a lot, and that is what has led me to, being where I am and creating this video, which brings me a lot of joy being able to do this. I think being a short guy definitely comes with its challenges, especially when we are in a society that admires tall guys, and we can definitely take this to heart and, it can become a huge issue for us. I am in no place to say that I have overcome my insecurities about being short, but the insecurity doesn't run my life like it used to and has settled a lot more. I wanted to approach this video with 3 different points that have helped me to overcome my insecurity of being a short guy. Stop being a victim. Society is in the wrong because, we have to be tall, and women are in the wrong because they are always rejecting us because of our height, and everybody else is in the wrong. Being in that mindset is going to cause more of those situations of rejection and more of those people making fun of us, or more of society looking down on us and not respecting us. This is what I call the victim mentality. Maybe you've heard it before, maybe you haven't, but basically it is, when we see ourselves as the victim and we don't actually take charge, take ownership for how we are feeling, and we really just seem to blame others and blame external situations for how we are feeling. But really, at the end of the day, it is actually purely our decision. It is purely how we deal with this insecurity and how we overcome it. It is inevitable that, there are going to be people who, reject us because of our height, and there are going to be people who, judge us and don't respect us, and that's just inevitable. But I feel like, it's definitely an energy thing as well. If we are feeling insecure about our height, and that's how we feel internally, that is just going to get reflected back to us. And sometimes when we don't know how to deal with this insecurity, we then turn to blaming other people. I used to literally found myself, in these comment sections of YouTube videos and in Reddit forums and complaining and victimizing myself along with other short guys about how cruel the world is. It is up to us to face this insecurity and put ourselves in the uncomfortable situations and to grow, learn, work on ourselves, release this insecurity, do healing work through meditations, and you can search up healing meditations. I always mention meditation of all sorts because I firmly believe in the healing powers of it. I know that short guys can be successful in business, with women, in so many different aspects in their life, and that this insecurity of being a short guy doesn't have to rule our lives. As long as you do have the self-love and the self-confidence, that insecurity will settle down. Stepping into discomfort. I definitely feel like most of the times that, this insecurity of being a short guy arises in particular environments. It won't arise just being at home, watching YouTube videos, or, kicking the soccer ball outside, but they do arise in particular environments especially social situations. If you know anything about Stoicism, Stoics believe in self-mastery, and part of that was having a calm mind, not by removing the noise and sitting under a tree and meditating, but it was by putting themselves in the most noisy and stressful situations and staying calm in those situations. But let's say they were wanting to achieve confidence and overcoming an insecurity, they wouldn't overcome this insecurity by just sitting at home and reading about it, even watching videos about it. They would go out and put themselves in the situation which would trigger these insecurities and work through it from there. This might sound scary, putting yourself in social situations or other situations that you do feel most insecure about. Maybe it is meeting new people, maybe it is around your boss or certain people you work with or certain family members. I don't know, but I know in my case that it is social situations and being around new people definitely is where my insecurity arises the most. And I definitely don't do it enough, but I know that the times that I do put myself in social situations, meeting new people, is when my insecurity gets shattered. Action creates confidence. So this tip is more of a practical tip and actually relates a lot more to the other point and how we can actually incorporate and feel confident in those uncomfortable environments. I kind of started to realize that it was this feeling of not feeling safe in particular environments, especially with new people around. And I started to do this practical tip that I wanted to share with you. And this would consist of purely making eye contact with people that I would walk past and smiling at them. I do this to this day. Every time I walk past someone, I will look at them and smile as much as I can. And this really just kind of creates and shows your mind that it is safe. Rather than taking my dog for a walk, I was taking my insecurity for a walk and, just showing it that everything is okay. It's kind of like, getting maybe a dog from a shelter of some sort, and maybe it's been kind of traumatized in the past. Maybe it got attacked by a dog and you have to kind of slowly introduce it back to dogs. It's a process of showing it, the things that it used to be scared of and building its confidence back up and realizing that, this insecurity probably did arise in childhood, because that's what I feel most of my insecurities arise from. And I would, start by just looking at people in the eyes and smiling. And it might feel super awkward at the start, and I felt really awkward when I used to do it. And that insecurity kind of breaks through a barrier. Maybe the insecurity was at like a 9 out of 10. Maybe it's just taken down to an 8 out of 10. Then I would take it from looking at people in the eye and smiling to then, saying hi to people. I would just say hello to the bus driver, hello to people I walk past on my daily walk. And then maybe it is starting to have a conversation with someone. You just suss out where you are with yourself and build your way up from there. But this is just what I've found useful for myself, realizing that it is the energy that you put out gets received and shown back to you. And when you kind of build this confidence up through doing these more practical tips, it's kind of just like, I guess, a spiral effect. This actionable step will show this insecurity that it is safe, which will then build up our confidence, which will then tone down the insecurity of being short. That is just how I look at it, I guess. So yeah, this is something that we can, literally do right now if we wanted to. Yeah, in turn will definitely help the insecurity of being short. And maybe you agree or maybe you disagree with what I've said. Definitely let me know in the comments down below, and let me know what your experience is with being a short guy, and things that have helped you to feel more confident and less insecure. As always, my short kings are rising. I feel it. Make sure to hit that big fat red button at the bottom of this video and that notification bell as well, so you don't miss out on any videos. And also like this video, that would help push this video out to more people and help more short kings like us get out of these insecurities and become confident alpha beasts. Yeah, I hope you have a great rest of your day, night, whatever it may be, and I will catch you next video. Peace.